Hello and welcome back to the Ultimate Amiibo League in the Consolation Losers Bracket. I'm like a Bosk,
And I'm Muzdu.
and let's get into this. First off, an Angry Mario, Mamma Mia, and we're back in here. Bowstoise, former champion of Tourney 1. Look at him now. A fall from grace. This has been his very first loss.
You're right, and he's in a position to where a second one takes him from first to eighth. It is drastic. It is dire. It's ultimate.
It's very ultimate. And he's going against Blue, who he has fought before and won against, but if Blue does not taunt, maybe they've learned from their mistake and can come back and win this. Although it's looking very rough from the beginning. Bowstoise, I do not want to fight him when he's angry.
No, sir.
He feels like he deserves to be in that final spot again, but you have to win every round to get there. You can't just show up halfway.
That was a great grab coming out of that shield.
That was excellent grab, and really Blue just needs to get their game together.
There's my favorite move in the game.
Oh, great.
Little kick.
Yeah.
I say little. Large kick.
It's a great little kick with 200 pounds of tortoise behind it. As Blue
Is it
knocks
only
him.
200 pounds?
Maybe that's just the shell.
Give me a second. I'm going to look up and find canon. Find out
What
what it is
is
in canon.
Bowser's weight? Now, it might weigh differently since he is technically a Japanese import amiibo.
And we know, no, not going to make any jokes about that. I apologize.
I don't even think there is any joke about that, but okay.
All right.
As Bowstoise is close to 200% damage, which is close to his weight, right?
So, Bowser's weight. Well, first off, let's start with his height. Bowser could pull any woman he wants, being 8'7"
Oh my goodness.
with an actual weight of 1,200 pounds.
Are you serious?
Represent the big boys, Bowser. Do it for us.
As Blue gets in there, finally gets his first stock. I mean, he's got 120 damage to his name right now. 0 damage as he's on his next stock, and once again, Bowstoise is thriving on this battlefield stage.
What's also super interesting to note is Yoshi, or Blue, is 5'9" and weighs 132 pounds.
So, Blue is us average people, and wow, Blue is...
Massacred.
He's going to be 7th or 8th place after that. As being looked at as one of the strongest amiibos in this tournament, pre-tournament.
Like, going into this season, he was ranked one or two. And then going and just getting annihilated by Bowstoise, fight after fight, every time he's been up against him. It's quite impressive. And even looking at that damage, he was drastically outclassed in terms of both damage given and taken.
I mean, if I'm on the other side of the bracket, even if I'm losing, I'm going to say I want to at least get my opponent down to 1 stock so I'm in 7th place.
At least you have a shot.
At least you have a shot. And Big Boss now is going to go against Kraken here. This is going to be fun.
So this is, correct me if I'm wrong, the 2 and 3 from last tournament?
Yes, this is 2nd place Big Boss versus 3rd place Kraken from last tournament. Now fighting to even get into a chance to get 3rd place.
That is quite interesting. It's all amazing how the placement, how where you fight in the tournament can dictate where you would go. Because we know how some fights at least have panned out in the past. But they didn't get that opportunity just based on how the brackets were set up.
And then Eclipse and Sir Bubble are going to
interesting
fight
to watch.
each other soon.
They are.
And I think it's interesting to know that this is a battlefield stage once again, and Big Boss likes these battlefield stages, it seems, and his opponents have to manage 3 extra platforms as he taunts to know where that C4 is. If you're playing at home, do you know where the C4 is right now? That was the correct answer as Big Boss kills himself again. I really hope this doesn't become a theme for him.
It could be extremely detrimental towards his long-term success.
That was very eloquently put.
Thank you. I've been working on my diction.
I did not know that this was a vocabulary channel until now, but stay tuned, I guess, for some Smash content as well, as Big Boss is just doing anything he can to try to shake off Kraken, and that would do it as he says hello to us, the viewers, on the screen. Right now, it's not looking like Big Boss. He teched it. Tech King here. He learned from his last match where he accidentally went up against the bottom of the stage to recover. This is not looking good, though. He's going deep, though, before he starts to recover, hoping that Kraken will go deeper and die, because he knows that Kraken's a thrill seeker. Oh.
That damage is something to note. 10 times more damage than Kraken. And that is going to be extremely difficult to come back from.
He just needs to put his feet on the ground and just start to say, this is where I'm going to be. Here's a grenade. Here's a grenade. Here's an explosive. Don't come near me.
Here's my box.
Here's a box. Just do anything to keep your opponent away from you if you're thinking Big Boss right now. Is that throw?
Keep your distance.
Keep your distance.
And just see what you can
recover low. Don't give him the chance to come back with 225% damage.
Now, is that the highest damage we've seen throughout the...
Not throughout the whole tournament, because we have to remember Bowstoise exists. But 248, that might have peaked. I mean, it's really impressive for how heavy Snake is.
Absolutely.
He's a pseudo-heavy fighter.
But we also have to note, they're already almost at the same damage with Kraken being up one stock.
Yeah, and he's... If Big Boss wants to be confirmed to get 7th place here, he has to get one more stock here.
Absolutely.
If not, he's got to get him to roughly like 200% damage. What a fall from grace.
Only time will tell, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting for second last tournament, and now you're maybe bottom of the barrel again. It's crazy how this league plays out, and this is only the second tournament. These fighters will get to know each other very well.
The second tournament of the first season.
Yes, second tournament. In case you're rewatching these. As Kraken's out of ink, poor ink management, or he just doesn't need it?
We will find out quickly.
If he had ink there, it would have killed. Really losing some force with his attacks here. Big Boss is really starting to pick it up.
Now, does a lack of ink affect recovery?
It will not affect the recovery, but it will affect every smash attack and special move.
Okay.
So you're basically playing at disadvantage when you don't even have a little bit of ink. That's kill, and congratulations to whoever wins this fight. You're guaranteed... Well, of course, if you won this fight. If you lose this fight, you're guaranteed 7.
Congratulations to whoever loses.
Yeah.
You're not the big loser.
Sorry, Blue. Blue is guaranteed to be 8th place, and Big Boss really being sneaky there with that side air. Like, his back air is just... He's went into a charged smash attack. He just needs to keep on playing safe, focused. Don't do anything too stupid, and he didn't blow himself up, so...
That's an improvement. But looking at that, we have Blue at 8 and Big Boss at 7. A drop from 2 to 7. That is quite interesting.
It is, as the Switch decides to try to turn itself off. I don't think it's that boring, Mr. Switch. Please wake up.
Now, did you see that damage right there? I think it was 290 to 571. That was a pure outclass in play style.
I guess you could just say Kraken's really racking it up.
I like what you did there, Bosk.
Thank you, Must Do. As we're going against... Wait, am I seeing this again?
Are we seeing double?
I believe we are, as Bowstoise is going against Jin Kazama, the very man who knocked him out of the tournament earlier. Here they're at Battlefield stage, and Jin Kazama's keeping his distance. Bowstoise is not happy to be here. He's not happy to see the person that beat him not win the championship.
And can you blame him?
I mean, I can't blame him. He's really just going to be angry, and I would not want to be Jin Kazama right now. Despite a strong victory earlier, this is going to be tough to come back. It's hard to beat the same opponent twice at the same tournament.
Well, even that is hard to beat Bowstoise
Yeah.
at all.
He's only
let
lost
alone
once.
twice.
Yeah. Although, if anyone can do it,
He's already proven he can.
he can do it once. Maybe he can do it twice, especially with how the stage is set up. Bowstoise is doing a lot of moves that require him to use damage downwards. Forward aerial kills Jin Kazama to the side. 78% damage for... Ooh.
That was a great move to get him to 115.
Starting
quickly.
to use some of his command inputs from Street Fighter, but Jin Kazama not down without a fight. He spiked him twice. Second time in this tournament, different match, but Jin Kazama said, yeah, I beat you, and I can do it again.
And they're back at 32, and wow.
No, this is heavyweight. This is a heavyweight bout. Everyone's punching each other as hard as possible. There will be no winner at the end, just bruises and lumps for everybody.
Well, they say no one wins in a fight.
No one wins in a fight except for us, the viewers.
If that's not the truth, I don't know what is.
Jin Kazama's just maintaining position underneath that platform. Bowstoise can't get down from there, but once he finally does, he's able to turn the pressure on, and I think Bowstoise... Whoa!
And Jin Kazama took a one-stock lead.
Jin Kazama with the current lead.
Now, 71 damage may not seem like a lot, but Bowstoise has proven that he can kill at damages below 100%.
I say you get Bowstoise to 50% here, it's a win. Oh, he did it. I say if he loses his stock now, it's still very likely that Jin Kazama not only beats Bowstoise, but beats him for the second time in the same tourney. Oh, he almost had a second spike there.
Now, can Jin Kazama... And he made it back on stage?
He can, and not only this, Bowstoise is almost to Jin Kazama's level of
That
being hurt,
is
percentage-wise.
And
Oh my gosh! He's using all of his projectiles. He's using the command input.
And Jin Kazama did it with a two-stock
Oh my
victory.
goodness!
Oh my gosh. He came and he dominated. He came, he saw, he conquered. He made sure that everyone knew that if anyone was going to make a mark and leave a statement, leave their imprint, it was going to be him by beating the reigning champion twice.
And he did that in 2 minutes 31 seconds.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy good.
Wow. And he went from, what place did he come in the last tournament?
He was
8th. And he is now competing for 3rd. That is a phenomenal showing from Jin Kazama.
That's just bizarre. Like, it's great gameplay as we take Kraken versus Bork at Final Destination. And Bork's going to be a little bit cautious here. Try to keep Kraken at bay, because once Kraken gets up close, it's over. As we can clearly see, his aerial games are strong. He moves around very quick.
Yeah, he is a much quicker fighter than Bork.
Bork does have the range and the utility of attacks. Oh, as an ink roller comes out, this is just at Final Destination to try to get it into 3rd place to fight Jin Kazama. How crazy would it be if 7th and 8th from last round are trying to fight for 3rd place here?
That would be truly spectacular.
I guess Jin Kazama's the David versus Goliath in this situation. Back when he did
beat Goliath twice.
I don't remember that part, but he did it in this one, in this version. You know.
Do you know what this feels like to me? Again, not a paid sponsor. This feels like Dodgeball, a true David and Goliath story.
If they are still paying people to talk about that movie, we have other issues.
Hey, it's one of the best movies of all time.
It is certainly a good movie.
At least in my opinion.
Bork takes the early lead. 100 damage to his name, though. And Kraken.
What's interesting is we're one stock down in this fight, but it's already been half the time that the other fight took, or the most recent fight took.
That is true, as... Oh, Kraken went deep.
Such great recovery.
So deep that I think he took a % damage from being that far off stage. That's... You don't typically come back from those. As he's taunting him. Even though he's down a stock, he can taunt.
You have to admire that.
I mean, I think he has the fighter spirit, and he's a thrill seeker. He's gonna come out there and kill you. Bork, on the other hand, is just keeping his cool, maintaining his combos, knowing that it will work. He's trusting the system.
Oh, that was a
He's
great
reading
throw.
the jumps. He's throwing them off stage. He's getting the cans prepared. I mean, honestly, playing excellently. Interesting recovery tactic there, but I think you're allowed one bad recovery when you're leading against Kraken.
Wow. I have just been thoroughly impressed with the performance of these Amiibos in the consolation bracket.
Did
Bork just take a 2-stock lead?
He took a 2-stock lead, and he's dash dancing now.
Now it's back to a
You know what?
1-stock lead.
That dash dance was one of the smoothest dash dances in the world, so it's okay that he lost that stock. But as of right now, I mean, Kraken, if he takes one more of Bork's lives, he's guaranteed. I mean, that we're assuming that he's going to lose. Who knows what's going to happen? We shouldn't play that game with how Bork and Kraken perform, as Kraken's making a comeback.
Kraken is playing extremely well this life, out damaging him 91-39.
It's almost like he knows it's his last.
But
Ooh, avoiding the discus, or the frisbee, or the skeet, or
whatever you want to call it.
we're going to continue
not gonna
calling
be
it
picky.
something different.
Every single time we mention it, it's
Yeah.
going to have a different name. Now, this is quite a showing. This life has almost been exclusively Kraken. Oh, Kraken went for the spike right there. Did you see that?
Yeah, he went off stage. Took another % of damage to his name because of that. And Bork's standing there, cool, calm, collected.
Now, I know Bork is that calm, cool playstyle, but frankly, at this high of damage, I would be risky. What do you have to lose? Of course,
He gets
now
taunted on, and his life is gone. 86 damage, Kraken. 96 damage to Kraken.
and the spike.
Oh!
That's the game.
As you were saying, cool, calm, and collected. Bork said, look, I may be cool, calm, and collected, but I can spike you. As he spikes Mr. Thrill Seeker himself, and he's on his way to third place. What's is that 8th versus 3rd? Or 8th versus 7th for 3rd?
That
Wow.
Who would have expected that going into this fight?
And that does put Bowstoise at 6th place.
Does it? And
Yes.
it puts Kraken
at 5th.
So that's a drop from 3 to 5 compared to a drop from
1
to 6.
6. Yeah, 1 to 6 for
Wow.
Bowstoise. But look at this. 7th versus 8th place.
For 3rd and 4th.
They will be in the top. It doesn't matter. They came out there and improved.
They apparently learned from their mistakes in that first round and said no more. Wow. Wow.
Wow. This is going to be interesting because of due to the ranged nature of Bork. If Jin Kazama just keeps up the pressure,
If he can keep
he has
him
no
close.
answer.
But as soon as Bork can create some
He's
space,
at the funny number, and he's using that to his advantage. And he lost the advantage. It's okay. This is some very high-paced, speedy action as
Wow.
he just took back the damage. Do not like that portion of the stage, how it allows damage through air.
No, I must agree with you. And
They're practically even.
wow. I thought we were about to see a throw off the stage.
We did, but not off the map.
That is exactly what I meant. Thank you for fixing me. Well, fixing my diction, which I said I was working on, but clearly not well enough.
As Jin Kazama gets sent from the right part of the map to the very left off the... It's
And
even.
we're back.
He does it with a command input, and I think that Bork's grabs are actually really underrated. He's starting up a lot of combos with that and letting his duck
2
friend
hits
get in there.
get them back to the same damage.
Yeah, but it's this is close. It's not going to be one person takes all here. Like, you can clearly tell, Bork knows how to spike. Jin Kazama showed that he knows how to spike a giant turtle that we all know and love. And
We all know.
maybe not everyone's a fan of Bowstoise. He did win the first tournament, so that will automatically gain some haters and some fans. But, I mean, I don't know about you. I think that Jin Kazama and Bork gained fans this round. This
It's
tournament,
almost impossible not to.
they had to.
Everyone loves an underdog.
Literally, this is an underdog and then a dog. That's under him in damage. And let's see if he could take that and win this match. As Jin Kazama, 150 damage practically.
And practically no more.
Practically no more.
That is some high damage.
That's it. He's out of there. Bork with 94% damage has a 2-stock lead. Jin Kazama fighting for all that it's worth. A nice another command up B. I mean, I can't give it to any fighter now because I feel like Jin Kazama needs 3 good punches, and whatever percent he's at, Bork will be matched with it.
I mean, one good hit right here, and
Oh, that is interesting.
Screen.
An up B just to save himself knocked him off the side of the stage to the top of the stage as he's at the funny number now. Can that bring him any power? He's going off stage, deep off stage.
I'm quite impressed with his ability to make it back.
Yeah, I mean, there goes Bork saying, you can't have that number anymore. I'm going to win this match. And is he? They're both getting into it 100 to 40% damage. Really keeping that back air in check, using his can.
Oh.
I'm sorry for clapping headphone users, but that was a hype combo from the person who got 7th place last round. Now moves up to 3rd. Jin Kazama gets 4th, and I just can't wait to see Eclipse versus Sir Bubble in the final. This has been an amazing Amiibo league, and we're only halfway through the season.
Wow, that is truly phenomenal. But we'll see you next when we actually have the championship video.
I'm Like a Busk.
And I'm Muzdu.
And why did you get to do the outro?
Because I want to be first sometimes.
Well, yeah, but if you're first, how can I be?
We're so